Um, I would like to welcome everyone who's going to watch this video. Uh, today it's today is Thursday. It's September the 8th, 2022. And again, my name is Yannick Dantiste. I am a family nurse practitioner who currently working in West Palm Beach, Florida. Um, the topic of this video will be the importance of nutrition. Okay, so why people we are eating? Why we even bother to eat food? We don't eat food just to eat food. There's reason why we eat food. Um, So there is a saying who said that you are what you eat, and this is true because even though sometimes people they are trying to convey that they're not eating too much, they're gaining weight, or sometimes their skin, just by looking at their skin, you can see they are not really healthy. But the saying is you are what you eat. It's really, we have to keep that in mind whenever we eat something. um as usual, I'm going to dictate, and then I will write something um on the whiteboard. And if you have any questions, you can put it on the comment section, so I will answer it as much as I can. So, as always, before I start, I would like to start with some inspirational quote or words. Why I start with that? Sometimes when we read those, motivational quote or words, that help us to boost our psychic, our mental, and so that's why it's always good, to read it. And you can find them, there's book who's writing on that topic, and also there is on Facebook, they have plenty of them. So for this video, for this video, I have chosen that inspirational words by stating like that. Some people don't understand that sitting in your own house in peace, eating snack and minding your own business is priceless. So what they are saying is that you cannot pay, you cannot put any price when you sitting in your own house, you're trying to eat, your snack, your fruits or your vegetables, and you are in peace, and you mind your own business. So it's priceless. There's not a price we can put on that. This was the inspirational words. So let's dive in uh, on the in the topic. So the topic is the importance of nutrition. So we are what we eat. So why we eat? Okay. So the funniest thing is that in America, you know, in North America, this is a place we can find more foods than any other place on the planet, and yet the population, we found that they are most under nourished. They are not eat they really don't eat well, even though in North America, they have plenty foods. This is a rich continent. um, According to some research, the people, they are not eating well, and there's reason for that. Okay, because they put bad stuff in their mouth. So why do we eat? Okay, why do we eat? Why we even bother to eat food? So we find four main reasons why we eat. So the first one is for energy, and then the second one is for your is to boost your immune system, okay, your immune function, so that can um, help you to stay healthy. And the third reason why we eat is for to help with cellular repair, and to replace the cells, in your body, your body. And the fourth reason why we eat is for biochemical productions. So there's four main reasons. So what they found is that, um, even though we know that we eat for uh, energy, we eat for immune system, functions, for to repair the cells, in your body, for biochemical production, and yet the average person who has sufficient, who eat sufficient for energy is 90%. So why is that? It's because they eat so much sugar and simple carbohydrates. Okay, as we know, uh, the best carbohydrate is the complex one. This is those sugar who which are good for your body. So we found that, okay, people, they are eating. We found that the average person, the percentage, okay, they are eating, they are 90% is sufficient. They're eating, so they got their uh energy. But the three last one is bad, okay? So only 35% of people eat to help their immune functions. So this is not a good news. Um, let's oops, let's put that on the table. Um, the board. So the news is not that great. Okay, so we found only, okay, 90% of people eat. Um, hold on. So 90%, they found that 90% of people, when they eat, they got 90% energy in their system, because most of people, they eat, so the sugars, the simple carbohydrate, like white rice, cake, such things, things like that. So that's why they got 90%. After that, only 35% of people, only 35% of people eat to help their immune system, okay? To help their immune functions or system is the same thing. And after that, we found 40%, only 40% of people eat to help repair their cells. So every day you have cells in your body which they die. So by eating good food, that help to replace those cells. But according to research, it's only 40% of people, when they eat, they bring in enough vitamins or minerals, to repair their cells. So only 40% to repair cells. And also, we found also only 30% of people eat for biochemical productions. So, in conclusion, is that most of people, when we eat, we don't eat the right things for our body. We can eat, but it's good to find the right things. It's good to choose the right thing. That's why Lately, I've been listening to uh, YouTube video, and some people, they come with good stuff, like juices. They show you what kind of juice you can mix, the greens, and I think it's excellent, because this is what we need. We need to put good nutrients, which can bring different vitamins. And soon I'm going to go one by one, what vitamins, what kind of food goes with which vitamin. So always when we are eating, when we put something in our in our system, the first thing we have to think, okay, I am what I eat. This is the first thing. And then after that, you have to ask yourself the questions, why I am eating that. Sometimes, I caught myself. I am eating a pizza. I said, okay, I see, at work, sometime family members brought, some treats, some pizza, some cake. And sometimes I have that temptation that, I want to take a piece. So I took the piece, and I asked myself the question, why I am eating that pizza, what nutrients I'm going to bring in my body. So I stop. Then once I think that I'm going to bring fat, okay, and bad fat, I'm going to bring salt, because pizza is salty. So I stop myself. So we always have to think, whatever you do, always think, I'm going to eat that. What I'm going to bring in my body. That's important. Um, and also the food pyramid. So now now the scientists, now they adopt Harvard um, food pyramid. So this is what they adopt now, okay? Because the pyramids, they have, everything we need in um that pyramid to bring, the nutrient, the vitamins we need. So that's why they adopt that pyramid. So yeah, so that's why. So the best food. So according to Harvard food pyramid, they said that while the Harvard food pyramid is an excellent guide for our general eating habit, okay, but it may not be specific in enough to guide, how we should eat every day. So that's why we need to, identify what foods have what vitamins or minerals. So having said that, um, let's start with vitamin A. Okay, so it's going to be very, interesting. When we eat, what we need to know, the most important thing, two most important things we need to know. When we eat something, okay, we said, okay, I am going to eat that. What kind of vitamins is that going to bring me? And also, um, what reason I'm eating it? I mean, what that vitamin is for, okay? How that vitamin can help my body to help me stay healthy. So this is very, important to keep in mind. So the vitamin A. So let's start with the vitamin A. Okay, so the vitamin A. So as we know, vitamin A is good for eyes, right? So and also vitamin A it's fat soluble. That's meaning he needs fat, he needs lipids to dissolve. So that's meaning you need to take it with cautious. You cannot take, any amount. Like vitamin C, vitamin C is water soluble. So you can take it and then that you can uh, you you can that will dissolve fast and you can excrete it. It's not that, how to say that, it's not that the toxicity is not that high than vitamin A. That's why you need to know exactly how much you take, because you cannot take it lightly. So vitamin A is good for what? Vitamin A is good for normal growth and development. Is good. They said also is good for normal light, night vision, but it's good for vision in general. It's good for healthy cells, and it's also good for. Is an anti-infective agent, so it prevents infections. So if you lack of vitamin A, what that will do, if you lack of vitamin A, that can cause retarded growth, okay, night blindness. So that can, that will decrease your vision, your night vision. This is night, but in general, your vision. Your cells can become sick, your skin can be dry and scaly. They said they can cause cold, bronchitis, um, diarrhea, all those things. Okay, so it's good. Yeah, I mean, you see how important it is to have vitamin A. So okay, so where can we find vitamin A? So vitamin A, okay, the best source of vitamin A are what? Eggs. Uh, okay, you can find vitamin A in eggs. And the next one, you can find it in butter. Okay, but I will stay away with butter, because we have other good source of vitamin A instead of the fat things. And papaya is a good source of vitamin A. Okay, so you see the color, everything orange, it's a good source of vitamin A, like papaya. And the next one, of course, carrot. Carrot is the best source of vitamin A. Okay. The next one, milk. Milk is a good source. Liver is an excellent source of vitamin A. And cabbage. Cabbage is, I'm surprised, but it is. It is an excellent source. So this is um, the food you can eat that can bring you vitamins. So that's why we have pyramid, because the pyramid, it tells you exactly how much you should take for each portion. Okay, so that's vitamin A. So now, the next vitamin we are going to tackle is vitamin B1. Vitamin B1. So what is vitamin B1? Vitamin B1, it's thanks God, it's water soluble. So that's meaning it's dissolved in water. So the toxicity is less. So vitamin B1 is you know, what is what is for? Okay, vitamin B1 help with the growth. Okay, um, help with the appetite. So if you have somebody or a loved one who doesn't have an appetite, so just buy vitamin B1 and help with normal intestinal function, so your GI tract. So he helped that. He helped with the nerve and the muscles functions. So this is a very good vitamins for people to take. And if you are deficiency in vitamin B1, what that can lead to? That can lead to beriberi. This is a kind of anemia. You can lose weight. You can lose your appetite. You can, the carbohydrate metabolism can be malfunction. So if you lack of vitamin B1. So what is the source of vitamin B1? Okay. Which food bring you vitamin B? One, peas. Okay, if you eat peas, so you're going to get vitamin B1. Meat. They didn't specify which meat, but they said meat. The next one is potato. So the Irish one, soya beans. It's another good source of vitamin B1. And the next one, milk, good source for B1, and whole grain cereal. Okay, whole grain one. Whole grains cereal is good. Is a good source of B1. And remember, the B1 is good. I mean, the vitamin B1 help with growth, with appetite, and normal intestinal function. So this is uh, one of the important vitamin we should not lack of. So that goes for B1. So the next vitamin we're going to discuss is vitamin B2. By the way, when we buy vitamin B complex, um, we're going to find all those vitamin in there. Okay, we're going to find B1, B2, vitamin B by itself, B6, and B12. So, or you can buy them separately. So B2. So vitamin B2 is good for what? And as I said before, all the vitamin B, they are water soluble. So that's meaning they are dissolved in water, which means they are less toxic than those vitamin A, D, E, K, which are lipid fat soluble. So vitamin B2 is good for growth. Okay, he help with the growth, healthy skin, mouth, and eyes. So you see how important it is. So vitamin B2, okay, is good for growth, and is good for healthy skin, is mouth, for healthy mouth and eyes. So this is one of the important vitamins, as we can see, because everything, whatever is good for your skin, your eyes, your mouth, to keep it healthy, that's what we need. We need more of those kind of food. So what are those food which are high in vitamin B2? So food the food that we found which are rich in vitamin B2, and we should consume them as often as we can, is green vegetables. Okay, so that's why we always encourage people to eat salads. Okay, not any kind of salad. So mainly, the greens ones, like your kales, your spinach. Um, okay, green vegetables. It's one source of vitamin B2. Custard apple, custard apple. It's a good source of vitamin B2. Next one, meat. Okay, people who loves meat, they can get the vitamin B2, or you take your veggies, so you can get the B2 too. Um, Beside the meat, the cheese is a good source of vitamin B2. You have soya beans, the soya beans, and milk. So this is excellent source of B2. So the next one, we're going to vitamin B, just vitamin B by itself. All right. So okay. Hi, Carolyn. Thanks for watching. So hold on, I'm going to type something quick. All right, let's resume. So the next one is the plain vitamin B. So the plain vitamin B is good for what? The plain one is good for the proper carbohydrate metabolism and nervous system. So what does mean? That's mean uh, it's help with the metabolism of the sugar. That's what the vitamin B is for, and it help also with the nervous system. So if you lack of that, if you lack of vitamin B, all right, if you lack of vitamin B, what can so okay, I'm not wow something okay. So if you lack of vitamin B, what can happen? If you lack of vitamin B, you can have something called pellagra, glossitis. Glossitis is inflammation of um, your gloss, something inside your mouth. And also, you can have dermatitis, so inflammation of your skin, psychosis, and diarrhea. So it can affect your mental. Okay, somebody can become psychosis. So they're not themselves. They are confused. They are disoriented, and diarrhea. So what are the food who are rich in vitamin B? So those food which are rich in vitamin B is tomato. Okay, so if you eat tomato, it's very good. That will give you vitamin B, because our body needs the vitamin B. Um, Also, potato. Potato, you see, potato come back all the times. I personally, I don't like potato, but it come back because, um, but they said it's good for those vitamin, and if somebody like it, that's fine. Potato, and the next one is peanuts. Peanuts is good. I Enoch, I Carolyn, thanks for watching. uh, Peanut, banana. It's another good food we should eat, okay? And vegetables. So we can never go wrong with vegetables, right? Vegetables, it's rich in so many things. Okay, that's for plant vitamin B. So now we're going to go for vitamin B6. Okay, so vitamin B6. So vitamin B6, again, he needs water to be dissolved. All right. So vitamin B6 is good for the proper metabolism of amino acid. What is amino acid? Amino acid, this is the substance we need in our cells for our cells to function better. And disease resistance, he help that, and anti-emetic. So is an anti-emetic, it's prevent vomiting. So that's what vitamin B6 is good. So it's very good. So if you are deficiency in vitamin B6, what that can lead to? If you lack of vitamin B6, you can have anemia. You can have your left tissue can be affected, and then your resistance for diseases will be decreased. Okay, so vitamin B6 is very important for our body. So that's why we always have to keep in mind. We always have to keep in mind the food we are putting in our body. So we eat the right food and for the right reason. So, what are the foods which are rich in vitamin B6? The food rich in vitamin B6 is dry nuts and fruits, okay? Dry nuts and fruits. This is one kind of food, and peas. Peas is good in B6. Next one, pulses, food, that dry grain, like they call pulses, is like dry food. Fish is good in B6. Fish. Meat, again, come, and milk. Okay, so you can find vitamin B6 in all those foods. So somebody, you can choose. Somebody doesn't like meat, they can choose the fish, they can choose the dry nuts. Like me, I love my dry nuts. I'm not really a meat eater. I don't like meat so much. I'm stick um with my fish and my poultry, my chicken, my turkey. I stay away as much as I can from red meat, okay, for health reasons. Um, so this is for vitamin B6. And if somebody has, I hope if somebody can tell me if you can see the board well, I will appreciate that. Just type it for me, please. If somebody is deficiency in B6, what that can lead to? If you are deficiency in B6, you can have oh, I did that already. I said that already. Anemia, your left node going to be affected, and you're going to have poor resistance to disease. So So B6 is important. Okay, so the next one is vitamin B12. So vitamin B12 is very important to have, the level has to be right. And also, usually when I prescribe my labs for my patients, the B12 and fololic acid, they always goes end to end. So the majority of the time, if your B12 is low, most likely your folic acid also will be low. Most like sometimes it's only the B12 is low and the folic acid it's normal, no a normal, but for some reasons sometimes both can be low. Okay, so B12. So why do we need B12? Okay, B12 is good for red blood cells. Okay, is increase the production of the red blood cells. And when we hear about the red blood cells, we hear about anemia and nitrogen metabolism and healthy nervous system, especially in the elderly populations. um, is very important to check their B12, okay? Because with the dementia, we have to make sure that their B12 level they are optimal. So if someone is deficiency in B12, that's when they call it uh, pernicious anemia or vitamin B12 deficiency. Okay, so what are the food rich in B12? So we have food rich in B12. Let me, all right. So, what are the food rich in B12? First one is eggs. Eggs are very rich in B12. The second one, meat again, come back, okay, meat. Liver, very rich in B12. Cheese, okay, you can get your B12 in cheese and milk. So this is the most and also you can get it in sea vegetables. You can your soybeans. Okay, people who are vegetarian, your soybeans is rich in B12. Uh, your fish, the fish are rich in B12 is sardines and herrings. They are rich in B12. And again, B12 is good for red blood cells production, is good for nitrogen metabolism, and is good for healthy nervous system. So that goes for B12. And the next one, so we are done with B12, with vitamin B. So the next vitamin we are going to tackle will be vitamin C. So most of people know about vitamin C. Okay, vitamin C is water soluble, so that's meaning is diluted in the water, and especially in cold, when it's winter, when it's cold, it's good to take extra vitamin C. Okay, so why do we need vitamin C? Okay, vitamin C is good for healthy growth, is good for healthy gum and teeth. Okay, is helping with the to for your gum and your teeth to stay healthy. It's good for your blood vessels. It's good for healing, which is true because especially when I have my patients, they have wound. Okay, when they have wound like stage 4, stage 3, stage 2, 3, or 4, I always prescribe vitamin C. So I prescribe like 500 milligrams, like twice a day, until the wound is healed. So it's a good vitamin C is very good to for uh, healing wound. So it's for it's good for wound. So okay, vitamin C, he's helped that. And what else? Um, uh, Also he helped against flu and against cold. So if you deficiency is vitamin C, what that will cause? If you deficiency in vitamin C, you can have something called scurvy swollen gum. So that's meaning your gum going to be um, unhealthy. So if you have if you see your gum is unhealthy, take some vitamin C that will help you. And bursting of blood capillary. So that's what the vitamin C, the lack of vitamin C will do. Okay, uh, that will damage your capillary blood vessels, and also your gum won't be healthy. So, what other food are rich in vitamin C? So, the food we can find which in vitamin C are guava is very rich in vitamin C. Tomato is very rich also. Okay. Um, of course, orange, any citrus fruits, they are rich in vitamin C. Lemon, grapes is good in vitamin C. It doesn't matter, the red or the green ones doesn't matter. And and emblic, emblic is good also in vitamin C. So this is the food which are good in vitamin C. Okay, so again, vitamin C is good for what? Vitamin C is good for healthy growth. Okay, it's help people. He help people to grow. And he helps to have a healthy gum and teeth, your blood vessels, and fast healing. So if you have a wound or somebody has a wound, vitamin C is good to have, and or give them those medications, not medication, foods which are very very rich in vitamin C, like guava, emblic, tomato, orange, lemon, grapes. So that's for vitamin C. So um, what are the next vitamin? Vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D. Um, before, I don't think before the scientists really knew much about vitamin D. Because when I went to school, we didn't talk much about vitamin D the way they are talking about vitamin D now. Especially for people who, I mean, it's good for any range of uh, people, but most importantly, the elderly. Because if you have, the research shows that if you have deficiency in vitamin D, the likelihood for you to have a fracture if you fall is very high. So that's why, in the elderly population, okay, in the elderly people, we the provider, we are trying to optimize their vitamin D level. We try to make sure that their level is like more than 30 and up, so they can go from 30 to 100. So we are trying to optimize that level, to prevent fracture in case they are falling, because as they age, the risk for them to fall is increasing. So it's good their vitamin D level, they stay at the optimal range to prevent that. So vitamin D is very important for your body, and the best source of vitamin D is the sun. But for some reason, it doesn't seem that people absorb it, really, vitamin D from the sun. Because here where I live in Florida is a tropical state. We have really, the sun is there almost every day, and you'll be surprised that when we check with patients, their vitamin D level is low. So that's why we need supplement. But before, again, vitamin D again is fat soluble, which means he needs fat, he needs lipids to be dissolved. So we cannot take it lightly like that. You need to know your level. When you check, with your doctor, you ask your provider to check your level, and if you lack, like if it's less than 30, you will need supplement. Because why do you need vitamin D? So vitamin D is help to proper ut- ut- uh, utilization of calcium and phosphorus. As you know, calcium, we need that for for bones, for the teeth, okay, and for the cells, and all. So if somebody is lack of vitamin D, if you have deficiency in vitamin D, what that can lead to? If you deficiency of vitamin D, that can lead to rickets disease, okay? That can lead to poor growth, that can affect your growth development, that can make you weak, okay? Um, so Okay, so that can make you weak. What else? That can affect your teeth. That can affect your bones, and also that can cause tooth decay. So that can mess up your teeth. Okay. So what are the food? Um, what type of food which are rich in vitamin D? So first of all, the food are eggs. Okay, eggs are very rich in vitamin D. Cod liver oil. So this is capsules people can buy. Cod liver oil and milk. Okay, so milk is very, very, very rich in vitamin D. Um, sorry. Yeah. And after that, of course, fish is very rich in vitamin D, and sunlight, like I said, okay, sunlight should be the first source of vitamin D, the natural source of vitamin D. But for physic reason, I think it's more physic because of the ozone. I don't want to go there. This is not my, how to say that, this is not my domain. But when you read, they tell you, because of the level of the ozone is become less and less, so people cannot absorb um, what they need to into your body. So that's why even though somebody live in a tropical country, in sunny country, they cannot really get their vitamin level they need to. So that's why you have to supplement it. So in the hospital, what we do in the hospital, when we check the vitamin level, right? We check the vitamin level, and let's say the level is less than 21. So what we do, we give them a supplement called, let me write it down, because if you have your loved one who have that problem, so you can, discuss that with your doctor. So if we have a level, a vitamin D level, let's say the vitamin D level is less than 21. So what we do, we have a medication we prescribe called ergo calciferol. Okay, so we give 5,000 units weekly. Okay, so if, let's say, I check my patient, their vitamin D level is less than 21, so we call that vitamin D deficiency. So what I do, I order ergo calciferol 50, not 5,000, I'm sorry, 50,000 unit. Okay, 50,000 unit once a week. Okay, because it's a high dose. This is how important vitamin D it is. It is for your body. So 50 unit once a week for 8 weeks only. So this is how we prescribe that. Okay, when you have deficiency. So if you have if you have insufficiency, that's meaning your vitamin D level is more than 21. Okay, it's 22. Let's say it's 22 going to 26, up, 26, 27. So we now, you don't have deficiency anymore. Now we call it insufficiency. Okay, so insufficiency, now we prescribe something called cholecalciferol. Okay, cholecalciferol, that's the D3, that's the vitamin D3. So we can prescribe like 1,000, 2,000, up to 5,000 daily, until the level, um, return to optimal. So that's how we do it. So that's why it's important to check your doctor, you check your lab work, and if you have low levels, so this supplemented, because as we know, the food we eat, I mean, it's not really bring 100% the vitamins or the minerals we need. So that's why we do need this to supplement our body, but we need to know, especially the vitamin D. We cannot take it like that. We need to do the lab work, and the lab work will tell us exactly the level we have. Um, So the way we say it is that if the level of vitamin D, okay, let's say the level of vitamin D is less than 21, so we call it vitamin D deficiency. Okay, so if the level is more than 21, so now we call it insufficiency. So now it's not deficiency. Now it's less serious now. Okay, it's insufficiency. So you have the level, but you need more. All right. So that's how we supplement that. And the food, as I said before, the food which are rich in vitamin D, we got the eggs, we got the cod liver. All we can buy that in capsules. Milk, fish, and sunlight. But again, the sunlight, for some reason, people don't get their vitamin D from sunlight because of physics reason, ozone. So that's why we have to, you know, eat food rich in vitamin D, or you take supplement. So that goes for vitamin D. So the next vitamin we're going to discuss is vitamin E. All right. So vitamin E again is fat soluble. That's meaning dissolve in fat, dissolve in lipids. By the way, that's why I always recommend my patients, when they are taking vitamins, take it with foods, with their meals, okay, while you eating, okay, or right after you eating. You know why? Because you don't need to remember, oh, is it this vitamin is fat soluble, or if it's water soluble. So after you when you eating, if you take your vitamins, of course your food has fat in it, and you are drinking and your food has water in it, whatever you are drinking, so you safe. So that's why I always advise my patients, take your vitamins while you're eating, unless it's a vitamin that they really recommended on empty stomach. To my knowledge, I don't know such vitamins. um, the next one is vitamin E. Again, vitamin E is fat soluble, so you need fat to take it. So that's meaning more risk for toxicity. So you need to know, you don't take it lightly, okay? You need to know the dosage. You need to know the recommended dosage. Last week I did a video, so I show how you can read it. When you buy your vitamins uh, bottle, on the back they tell the serving portion. This is the recommended dose. Sometimes it's one capsules or two, or if you use gummies like me. I don't like capsules or pills. I like the chewable, the gummies, because it tastes better. It's like candy. So always read, in from the back. It tells you exactly how much you should take. So vitamin E is good for what? Vitamin E is good for normal reproductions. And if you lack of vitamin D, that can lead to uh, uh, ster- sterility, and also muscular paralysis. So it's very um, important vitamins people should have plenty into your system. Um, what are the food rich in vitamin D? So food which are rich in vitamin E, banana, okay? So vitamin E. So the food, okay, food which are rich in vitamin E is banana, it's greens, vegetables rich in vitamin E. Cannot write anymore. I'm tired. I look like. Uh, Soya beans is rich in vitamins E. Vitamin E. That's what we are. Okay. So the food are banana, they're rich in banana rich in vitamin E, green vegetables, soya beans, and eggs. Of course, eggs are very rich in vitamin E. Almond, It's rich in vitamin E. I love almond. And wheat germ oil. Okay, wheat. Can we see? Okay. Um, so we have banana, greens, we have vegetables, soya beans, eggs, almonds, and wheat germs oil. Okay, all those food they are good in vitamin E. So this is a food we can eat, so can give us vitamin uh, um, E in our body. And the last one we're going to discuss is vitamin K. Okay, why vitamin K is good for our body? Why people take vitamin A? Why we need to eat foods in vitamin rich in vitamin K? So so why vitamin K is good for? Okay, first of all, we need remember whatever we are doing, we need to know the why. When we know the why, we have a purpose to do it, and when once we do it, we're going to be more consistent. So that's why first thing we need to know why I'm eating that, why is good for my body. So that's what we need to know. We need to always remember. Okay, so why we need vitamin K? Okay, so because vitamin K is good for normal blood coagulation. So what it does, it help to coagulate your blood. So that's meaning you won't bleeding to death. Okay, so let's say you have a cut. Let's say you are cleaning, a chicken and you cut yourself with the knife. um okay, if you have enough vitamin K in your body, the bleeding will stop. Okay, so if you don't have enough vitamin K, you're going to bleed. You have to apply pressure because the level of vitamin K is not enough, in your body. So that's why you keep bleeding. So that I'm telling you all this to let you see that vitamin is very important. So that's why we need to eat food who which contain different type of vitamins. So that's why we cannot eat only one kind of food. Like somebody they eat rice, beans, and chicken. That's it. Or no, you need to eat your vegetables. You need to eat eggs. You need to eat, um, the fruits, fish, and thanks God, in each category, if you don't like meat, you can substitute it. So it's important you know why. Okay, why my body need that vitamins, what that vitamin does to my body. So that's why I go, one by one to tell you exactly what those vitamin they are doing, and if you lack of them, if you are deficiency, and what that can produce or what that can cause. So so vitamin K, okay, so it's fat soluble, so it needs fat, it needs lipid to to dissolve. Okay, so that's why it's good when you take your vitamin. Again, take it with meal, so that way you can make sure that that will dissolve, either if there is water or if there is fat, that will dissolve. So the vitamin K is good for normal blood coagulations. Okay, help to clog your blood, and also for your liver functions. Is he help your liver to function well. If you are deficiency in vitamin K, what that will produce, what that will cause, of course, that will cause bleeding. You're going to have um, uh, hemorrhage. So that's why when in the hospital, when people have um, bleeding conditions, so they cannot stop bleeding, so we give them vitamin K. Okay, we give them the shots, the vitamin K to stop, to help them stop bleeding. So, what are the food um, which are rich in vitamin K? So, the food which are rich in vitamin K, we found tomato are very rich in vitamin K. And the next one, soya beans. You see, soya beans is very healthy. Soya beans come up all the time. We have soya bean in vitamin E. We have it in what else? We have it in vitamin B12. No, we have it in vitamin B2. We have it in vitamin B1. Soya beans is very. If somebody, somebody is not allergic to soya beans, um, it's a good food. So soya beans. What else? Spinach is good in vitamin K. Meat. I learned too because I never think that meat was rich in vitamin K. I always think greens, but meat. Turnip is rich in vitamin K, and lettuce. The salad lettuce is good in vitamin K. So food, which food, which food we will find vitamin K in, in great quantity. So we have tomato, soya beans, spinach, meat, turnip, and lettuce. So they are very rich in vitamin K. So it's very, it's very important to know. Okay, I am eating. Okay, I need to eat. First of all, I need to eat for, there's a four main reason people need to eat. Is to give you energy. So that reason, most likely 90% of people who eat, you get that because the food we eat, it's rich in we have sugar, simple carbohydrates. So that's why, people don't we don't have issue with that at all. The one we have issue is, it's we need to eat food to help our immune system, our immune function. We need to eat food to help repair our cells, and we need to eat food for biochemical production. So that's where we really have deficiency with. So by eating different fruits, uh, different fruits which can provide different vitamins, this way we are sure that we are going to um, eat enough foods to give us the nutrients or the vitamins or the minerals we need. And also remember that um, I know there is two different school of thinking. Some provider or health professional, they believe in vitamins. Some of them, they don't believe in vitamins. They told you they are garbage. They told you, oh, we have healthy food we can buy and eat. Yeah, but the thing is, as we know, um, the food, once the food reach in our body, most of their nutrients, they are gone. And most likely also is depend how we prepare the food. So that's why we cannot cook the foods too much. Okay, um, you need to know, more, more you buy your foods, um, organic foods. So this way you know that that foods will not contain a hormones or pesticide. So because of the food is not like old old days, uh, organic, they didn't put pesticide, they didn't use chemicals. So that's why even though the food we eat, let's say papaya, we know papaya, it's contain vitamin A, but because you don't know what kind of pesticide, if they use pesticide on those food. So because of that, um that will not bring us all the nutrients we need. Okay, so that's why it's a good idea you supplement your diet. And also always read the serving size, how much they ask you, they recommend it's dose, how much you should take. So it's very important. So vitamin is good if we want to stay healthy, if we want to have an optimal health. So it's good you supplement uh, your nutrition. Okay, um, and again, speak to your provider. Talk to your provider. My main function is to educate you, to tell you that we have those food, we need those vitamins. If we don't have those vitamins, what that can lead to. So just to remind people that we need to eat well, because again, we are what we eat. Okay, so and on that, again, my channel is here to really to promote healthy living, health promotion, disease prevention mostly, and try to live, try to whatever you put inside your body, make sure that it's worth it, not empty calorie, like fried food. Stay away from fried food, from white food, white, like white bread, white rice, white potatoes. Potato, you can they we have those um uh, orange ones, which is, that's why they call it yam here in America, but it's not really yam. But that's why they call it. But it's just sweet potato. So it's good, it's healthy, you can eat that. And try to exercise, as whatever you do that will count. You walk, you take the stairways instead of elevator. Swimming, drink when your body asks you to drink. When you're thirsty, you drink. And also try to keep your stress at the minimum. I know it's not easy, but try, because stress can cause a lot of damage into your body. And the thing is, you won't even realize it, because sometimes the stress is at your subconscious level. Consciously you think you are okay, even though people talk to you, say, oh, I'm fine with something, but that's not true. Subconsciously you're not. So try to minimize, reduce your stress as much as you can. And everybody, we hope that everybody will have an optimal health, because if we don't have health, what can we do? We cannot do nothing. We cannot enjoy life. We cannot go to work. We cannot enjoy our children or our great children. We cannot travel. So health is very important. Beside God, to me, God come first, and then your health, and then everything flows. Your money comes, you can enjoy it, you can enjoy your friends or whatever. So on that, I will wish you the best of health until my next video. And whoever going to watch that video, please don't forget to like it, Don't forget to share it because more people, I would like my voice to go, all around to help people to live an optimal health. This is my wishing. And also subscribe, like it, and share. So, on that, I wish everybody the best of health until next time. Bye bye.